Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back to the channel. And in this video, I want to address a question that was put to me about the fear of failure when manifesting a specific person or just manifesting in general. So, first of all, you cannot fail in manifestation because you are always manifesting. However, we are manifesting from our subconscious thoughts and from the conscious thoughts that we keep telling our subconscious. So when we have a fear of failure, of manifesting specific people or manifesting anything that we are desiring to create, it's only because we are starting to accept the assumption of what we see in our reality, and that we are accepting an assumption that we are not going to manifest what it is that we want. So in these moments, we got to stop ourselves and we have to say to ourselves that, hang on a second, I am a manifesting being. This is going to happen no matter what. Even if I wasn't into the conscious manifesting, things are always manifesting for me. So I'm just going to leave this where it is right now, and I'm going to continue to build the trust and the confidence and the self-love within myself. So what we are doing when we are consciously manifesting is really just creating positive assumptions about what it is that we are wanting to desire. So if something is getting a feeling in you that you feel like you're going to fail, or you feel like that it's not going to happen in your reality, change the assumption, meaning that, okay, well, if I'm feeling this right now, well, you know what, it is going to happen, and I'm just going to accept that it's going to happen, and I'm going to leave it there, and I'm not even going to affirm for it anymore. But I know the moment that I start thinking about this person, I'm going to have nice, love, and pure thoughts about them, and eventually I'm going to start talking to them in my reality. So these are the assumptions that we want to create. Now, we can sit there and just robotically affirm all day, every day as well too, but from my own experience, that was just kind of exhausting for me, and so I like to do the meditation. So I want to separate meditation from self-regulation for a minute, because I want to go into breath work here. So breath work is the self-regulation tool that we use to stabilize our nervous system. Because when we get into doing meditations, sometimes it can be hard to actually calm down in the moment to do a meditation, and we have all these thoughts flying up, and it's harder to kind of just keep our mind in a more calm state of being. So when we are triggered in our reality, you can do breath work as many times as you want throughout the day to stabilize your emotions and to stabilize your nervous system. Because remember, all we are is an awareness. Now, our body does carry a lot of trauma and emotion from the past, because when we experience trauma and emotion from the past, it hits our body and we feel all those feelings of negativity, anxiety and stress. So that is why we do the breath work, and we do exercises and things like that to actually stabilize our nervous system. When we are meditating, we want to meditate in a way that is more calm and it's more of a relaxing experience. And when we actually do the meditation, we are connecting to those desires and connecting to those people, places, and things that we are desiring to experience in our reality. So, as because we are just in awareness, it means that we are connected to everyone and everything in our reality. So, there's no such thing as failure when you want to manifest a specific person, or when you want to manifest particular desires, because the desire is within you, and all we are doing is connecting to it. So even if you are feeling that you are expecting failure or anything like that in your reality, just stop yourself in the moment and say, hang on a second, I'm just an awareness. If I have an awareness of this person, it means they're already in my reality, because they are. Because why would you have an awareness of them? So it means that you can draw them in at any time, and that they can come at any time, even without you knowing about conscious manifesting. So even without you knowing about conscious manifesting, when before you may have got in here, you probably know that you would have maybe thought about somebody, a friend or someone that you had known a few years, and then maybe you might bump into them then the next week, and you think to yourself, oh, isn't that a coincidence? But it's not. It's actually a synchronicity, and it's a manifestation, because we're all manifesting beings, whether we're into this conscious manifesting community or not. We are always manifesting. Now, the thing about coming into conscious manifesting means that we become aware of all of these limiting beliefs that we hold within. So when if we're someone who is feeling failure, it's only because we are identifying ourselves as someone who's not going to get what they want, or someone who is going to fail at things, or someone that things aren't working for. And so that is why we are identifying that limiting belief, and we're turning it around to a positive assumption of, no, I do always get what I want. Everything is always working out for me, because everything is always working out for me. And if I have a desire to see this person again or talk to this person again, it means that that desire is also awakened within them in some form. It is in their subconscious, and eventually we're going to be bumping into each other, or we're going to be talking to each other again. And when you actually humble down your manifestations in a way that you are just accepting that they are going to happen, even if you're not affirming for them, even if you're not meditating or doing visualizations on them. So all of these affirmations and meditations and visualizations and all of that is to instill confidence within us. It's to build that trust within us, and to build that knowing within us. And what it's doing is connecting us to the divine being, because we are all divine beings, and we're all just an awareness who is connected to all. So for me, the concept of God is all. It means that we are all connected. And the best way that I have found myself to connect to the source within me, to create the desires, and to get into this kind of trust and confidence within me, was through meditating through my chakras, which I've mentioned before. But recently I've started to read scripture, and what I'm finding about scripture is it brings in that sense of security within you as well too. Now, as I say, I'm not affiliated to any religion, but we are spiritual beings, and so we want to be connected to our spirit. But there are tons of ways for us to connect to this spirit, and it doesn't have to be just reading scripture. You can be someone who prays, and prayers for me are giving thanks. So you can be in your few moments of gratitude, just thanking thanking the source for everything that is coming to you, thanking the source for creating the desires for you, thanking the source for connecting to the desires, and thanking the source for realizing that you have this little fear of failure when manifesting, because it makes you realize that the fear is just something that you are disconnecting from your belief. And so you're able to redirect it in the moment and say, I accept where I am right now. I accept where this person is right now. And I know we're going to come together and speak to each other or talk to each other again, or maybe it's a relationship or something that you're desired to have with this person. And it's to humble down your assumptions in a way that they become so natural to you that it's not about sitting there robotically affirming. Even if you have to say that it's going to happen or it will happen, and that allows you to humble it down to say, yeah, of course it's going to happen. Sure, we are friends, or we're connected to everyone, and we've always had great conversations with one another, and so we're eventually going to be talking to one another again. So I wanted to make a quick video on addressing the fear of failure when manifesting. You cannot fail in manifesting, because that's a manifestation in itself. So even your awareness on the fear of failure, that's just manifesting that's just manifesting in that moment failure, not seeing your desire. But that's why we redirect, and we say to ourselves that, well, I am love. That's who I am. And the truth of the world is love, and we are connected through this high frequency of love, because even when we are manifesting all of these particular desires, we're only manifesting them because of how joyous we will feel, how happy we will feel, how excited and thrilled and free and secure and confident in ourselves that we will feel. But it's all coming from that frequency of love, and love is the highest frequency that we attain to when we are manifesting. I know that you don't have to be in a high vibration to manifest what it is that you want in, but we are vibrational beings, and the thoughts that we are creating in our mind is what is creating the vibration, and then allowing us to connect to all of the desires that we want to see in our 3D reality. So remember this: when you are manifesting, you cannot fail. It's all in you, and everything that you desire, you are, as I said in my last video, you're opening your heart up to it, you're opening your mind up to it, you're opening your eyes up to it. And I want to point out that we don't even have to have we're not predicting the future. That's not what we're doing when we're manifesting. We're creating it. This means that we don't have to put an actual event, or we don't have to be so precise in the way that we are manifesting. We just have to have a clear, precise knowing that of the thing, of what it is that we are manifesting, and know that it's going to happen, that it is happening, and that there are so many ways for it to unfold. And all we want to do then is to connect to that high loving source. But the way that we connect to that high loving source is looking after ourselves in a way that we are building the trust and security and confidence within ourselves. Now, I know I did a video before that you don't need self-love to manifest, which is true. You don't need self-love to manifest, but self-love is what is building that trust and security and confidence within ourselves. And the self-love comes from doing the meditations and doing the practices of self-regulation, doing the affirmations that are building your confidence. So everything that we are doing when we are manifesting is elevating in consciousness in a way that we are becoming more divine in our way of being, so that we are eliminating all judgment from ourselves and from others. We are becoming more loving in our way of being. Because we're becoming more loving in our way of being, we're opening our eyes more, as I say, and our heart more to more possibilities. And also as well too, because we are perceiving our reality from all of these affirmations and everything that we are telling ourselves, we see things in a better light. It's like that's what for me as well too, when we look at the Bible there and Catholicism, and we think of Christ is light. So Christ came to bring the light from the darkness, so it's pulling us out of the darkness, and that's what we are doing in this conscious manifesting journey. So, and it is a journey. It's becoming more aware of your thoughts, and it's a lifestyle that you are not sitting down to affirm for something just for it to happen. You're becoming this person of light. You are actually becoming this person who is connecting to the light. And because you're connecting to the light so much through your affirmations and your meditations and your self-regulation, you're starting to perceive your reality in the light as well too, meaning that your eyes and your perception and your heart and everything is seeking out from your subconscious mind, seeking out all of these new beliefs and bringing the goodness then into your reality. So when you're manifesting a specific person or anything in your life, understand that you're not separate from it, that it's going to happen down the line, even if you don't believe it right now. And all we're doing with our affirmations and with our meditations and everything like that is connecting to that reality in our life. So I wanted to address that question that I saw in the comments, because I know that it can be a regular kind of thing that we come into thinking that that we haven't the ability to manifest, but and we do get fears of failures and things like that, but fears of failures only come from the past memories, and we're overcoming all of these past memories through our meditations, through our affirmations and our self regulation. And so I know that it can be a little bit difficult along the way, but it does get better. And as it gets better, you get more lighter and you get more happier yourself, and things just become more clearer, and you become more connected to everyone and everything. And then you start seeing the synchronicities in your reality. And even when you're not manifesting this person or whatever it is that you're manifesting, you start thinking about it maybe one day, and you have these lovely thoughts and these pure thoughts about it, and then you go about your day, and then it can manifest then either the next day or the next week, and then you're like, oh, I was just thinking about that, and there it is in my reality. So that's the way that it kind of goes as well too. So I just wanted to make a quick video on that, and I'll chat to you soon.